Hello students, today in business studies we are going to discuss the next topic, which is the capital market. When we have started this chapter, that is financial market, we have seen that financial market is a link between the savers and the borrowers, and what are the functions of a financial market. Now financial market means, in this we have to do capital market. Now capital market is divided into two parts, primary and secondary market. So first we'll start with capital market, then primary market. So capital market is for long term and medium term funds. See, in financial market is of two types, that is money market and capital market. So money market, as we have done earlier, that is money market helps in generating funds or getting funds for shorter period of time. So for short-term fund requirement, money market is there. But capital market is for medium and long-term requirements of fund. Okay. So first is, it is for medium and long-term funds. Second, it is a link between the savers and the borrowers. Okay, this we have seen. And the common instruments here is shares, debentures, bonds, mutual fund, etc. See, in money market, the instruments were certificate of deposit, treasury bill. These were all money market instruments, which were for short period of time. Now for medium and long term borrowings, these are the instruments: shares, debentures, bonds and mutual funds. So what are the features of capital market? First is, it is the link between the savers and investment opportunity. Capital market, they give the savers the investment opportunities from where they will get maximum return or the optimum return. Then deals in long-term investment. Since shares and debentures are long-term sources of finance, and these are the instruments of capital market. So generally, these instruments are for long-term borrowing, so it is long-term investment. Then it utilizes the intermediaries. There are different intermediaries like brokers, underwriters, depositories. These intermediaries are there in capital market. They facilitate, they channelize the savings to investment opportunities. There are brokers. When we deal in shares, there are brokers, then underwriters, bankers, then depository participants, depositories. So they are the intermediaries. So capital market utilizes intermediaries for functioning. Next is determinant of capital formation. Capital market, they encourage the savers to save more and invest it in good opportunities, good proposals from where the return is more. Okay, so they induce the household, the individuals to save more, so that they will invest in good opportunity, a good proposal, and then they get good rate of return. So it is a determinant of capital formation because capital market encourages savings and then investment. Then government rules and regulations. Capital market, they operate freely but under the guidance of or under the regulations of the government. Like SEBI is there for regulating the activities of capital market. SEBI is Securities Exchange Board of India. So SEBI is there which regulates the functioning of capital market. So these are the functions of capital, these are the features and nature of capital market. Capital market is divided into two parts. First is the primary market and second is the secondary market. Now primary market means new issue market. Here companies issue fresh shares in the market. A new company issues the shares in the market. When they are issuing it for the first time, they issue it in primary market. And the old companies, when they issue fresh shares, new shares in the market, that is issued in primary market. And secondary market is for already issued shares. Those shares which are already issued by the company, they are traded in secondary market. Now we'll discuss primary market and the methods of flotation of securities in primary market. Since primary market is a new issue share market. Here, first time the shares are issued to the public, or first time the company is issuing shares. Now, how this flotation of securities is done in primary market? There are 5 methods we have to do. First is public issue through prospectus. Here, the company issues prospectus to invite the public to subscribe for the share. Now, through prospectus, the company informs the public and attracts the general public to apply for the inform and attracts the general public to apply for the shares. Now, the prospectus contains all the information about the company, the mission, the vision, why they are borrowing the funds, what are the growth opportunities with the companies, and what is their past performance, what was their past performance. These information is given in the prospectus, and by issuing prospectus, the company is inviting the general public to apply for the shares. So this is public issue through prospectus. Second is offer for sale. In offer for sale, the company is selling the shares to the public, but not directly to the public. Here, the company issues their shares to the intermediaries, and these intermediaries, they purchase a lot of securities at par, at the face value, and then they issue it to the public, general public, at higher prices, and then earn profit from there. So this is offer for sale, where the company is selling the shares to intermediaries, or these intermediaries are brokers actually, and then the brokers, they purchase it at the face value and then sell it at higher prices. Second is private placement. Now here the company is issuing shares not to general public but to an institution, intermediaries, and what they do, they sell these shares to institutions and not to general public. Institutions like UTI, GIC, LIC, they sell the shares to these institutions and not to general public. So this is a very cost-effective cost-saving method of flotation of shares, because there is no underwriting fees, no issuing of prospectus, no manager fees. These are all saved. No agents commission. So these are all saved. So this private placement is a cost-saving method of flotation of new issue. Then comes the right issue. Right issue, which is also called the preemptive rights. So this is the right of the existing shareholder, that whenever an old company, this is for an old company which is already running. So whenever a company issues new share, the company has to offer the new share to existing shareholders. Okay, so and the shareholders, they have a preemptive right to purchase that share. So new shares are offered to the employees, and they get a proportionate shares. The shares which are offered to the employee is in proportion to what they are already having. So proportionate allotment is done, is offered. So this is the preemptive right. The Companies Act says that the company has to give this opportunity to the existing shareholders to purchase the share, and then they can issue the shares, fresh shares in the market. Then EIPO. EIPO is Electronic Initial Public Offer. Okay. So this is Electronic Initial Public Offer. Here, electronically through internet, shares are issued. Now here a broker is appointed, and the broker accepts the applications. Then they place the orders and all. So everything is done through internet. So that this is Electronic Public Offer. These are the 5 ways by which new shares are sold in primary market. Okay, so first is through prospectus. when the shares are issued to general public. Then second is offer for sale. It is sold to public but through intermediaries. Here private placement, not to general public but to special institutions like LIC, GIC, etc. Now right issue is the right given to existing shareholders to purchase the shares on a proportionate basis, and EIPO is electronic initial public offer. Here the shares are offered to general public but over internet. Okay, so that is electronic public offer. After primary market, next is secondary market. Secondary market is a market for already issued shares, means stock exchange. Now stock exchange is an organization which assists, regulates and controls the buying and selling activity or the trading of securities. So stock market helps in trading, it regulates and it controls the trading activity. Okay. So what are the functions of stock exchange? First is economic barometer. Stock exchange, it reflects the condition of the economy, because if the share prices are rising and if it reflects actually if there is boom condition in the economy. Next is the secondary market. Secondary market is a market for already issued shares. Okay, so it means the stock exchange. It refers to stock exchange. Now stock exchange is an organization which helps, which assists, regulates and controls the trading of securities. It helps in trading, it regulates and controls the buying and selling of securities. So secondary market is, the stock exchange is referred to as secondary market. Now what are the functions of stock exchange? First is economic barometer. Now stock exchange acts as economic barometer because it reflects the condition of the economy. If all the share prices are rising, there is boom condition, and if there is recession, the share prices will fall. So it shows what is the condition of an economy, how the economy is working. Second is pricing of securities. Shares are priced by the interplay of demand and supply. So stock exchange provides a platform where there is free interaction of demand and supply, and the securities are priced accordingly. Then the safety of transaction. It provides safety to the transactions because the companies which are listed in the on the stock exchange, they are actually, the stock exchange lists only those companies which are having sound financial position and which has abided by the rules and regulations of SEBI. So listing of securities, listing of the companies means that they are the companies which are safe. So it provides safety of transaction. Then contributes to economic growth. In stock exchange, shares are bought and sold. So the process of disinvestment and reinvestment, it contributes to economic growth actually, because there is constant investment, and then because of buying and selling, buying and selling of securities leads to economic growth. Then providing equity current. See, if you ask people few years back, they were not aware of stock exchange, they were not aware of shares. But nowadays, people are more aware and they are more attracted towards shares, securities and stock exchange. This is because of the existence of stock exchange that people are now more attracted towards investment in these. So, stock exchange, they spread equity current, the awareness and interest of the people. Second is providing scope for speculation. Means stock exchange, they ensure the liquidity, the demand of the product, the supply of the product, so this leads to speculation. Next is liquidity. Now it provides a platform where shares can be easily sold and purchased, so liquidity is there. Then better allocation of capital. See, the companies which are having good growth opportunity, good proposals, their share prices increases and people can invest in those companies, in those proposals which is having good growth prospects. So fund is allocated towards better opportunity. Now promotes habit of saving and investment. Because of stock exchange, because of spreading of equity cult, many people are now encouraged to save and invest in stock exchange because